Hey guys, okay, welcome back. It's my channel here. Okay, for the first video we're gonna be doing on this channel, I should say second, I'm gonna be telling you about this book. It's called Pendragon. Me personally, I love it. Let me tell you how it starts off. In the back it says, Bobby Pendragon is a seemingly normal 14-year-old boy, but there's something very special about Bobby. He's going to save the world. I like that. It has a hint of spiciness in it. But anyways, let me tell you how this book first starts off. Okay, Bobby Pendragon, he has it all. He's goofy, he's popular, he's good at sports. And then one day his world completely changed. So, he was getting ready for his most important basketball game of the year. And guess what happened? Guess who was standing on his steps, looking him in the eyes? Courtney Chenoweth, the most popular girl in his school back then. Back then, as I mean in the book. Anyways, so after, he was taken back. And the only thing he could come up to say to her was, yo. Okay. And then they talk, confess their feelings, yada, yada, yada. And then they kissed. DJ, Mikhail, are you sure that's the right move? To put your book like that, and it's a good book, but to make it so... Anyways, it was interesting. Yeah, I don't think you should make... Sorry, the light was going wonky. Anyways, yeah, so they kissed. The author was being weirdo by romance so in the early. His uncle, and then his uncle Press. Chill, dude. Awesome. Beautiful. And then at that moment, he looks pretty scared. Like, this man is never scared. Never. And here is Bobby being like, yes, Uncle Press. And then telling the most important person who ever mattered to him to... Not wise move there on Bobby's part there. Don't you agree, boys? Anyways, on those for know me, I'm just gonna take a break here. I'm not at my house. I'm in Calgary. That's where I've been doing my videos for a while. Anyways, back to the video. So, we were kind of just... Where were we? Oh, yeah, there we go. We were talking about Uncle Press. Uncle Press he was a good guy. But at that moment, he was really uptight. So, Bobby went on his motorcycle with him and followed him. Oh, with him? To an abandoned subway station. Me, personally, I don't think I'd do the exact same thing as for that guy. You kidding me? Going to an abandoned subway station. I would have grabbed that motorcycle and took down the road. Even, leaving my uncle behind. Yeet. Anyways, he went into the subway station, met this crazy dude, and his nemesis ain't Dane. Not the crazy dude's nemesis. Uncle Press's nemesis. Saint Dane. And so Saint Dane gave the crazy man a stare that literally made him jump in front of his train. Ugh. Gruesome, right? It's gonna get worse. I'm telling you. But I can't give you the whole book. I'll just give you a summary. So, they run from him. He finds the door that has a star in it. When he's in the door, he calls out the name Dendrion, and he has no idea what it means. And then something strange happened. There was a tunnel, like a tunnel, leading in front of him, and then it started to glow and become transparent. So I was like, okay, now that's an interesting thing. And it turns out that this thing that he travels in is called a flume. So the flume is a passage between space, time, and space and time. You can go anywhere in a flume. Anywhere. So the yada 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 yadaing. He gets chased by these gigantic bear things called Quigs. The Quigs were also chasing him back in the other world. Sorry. They were dogs back then. I forgot to mention that. But remember, wait, the book is Pendragon, the Merchant of Death. DJ Mahale? Sorry. Is it like hailing Big Macs? Anyways. At least he's a DJ. Anyways. Where was I? Sorry, I get sidetracked easily. So, they were on the top of the mountain. They get attacked by Quigs. They have to wear these stinging furs. He loses Uncle Press on the way. After he takes a gigantic fall and hits his head. Then he wakes up in the middle of nowhere. But with this girl standing over her. And I repeat. This is where I first tell that he liked her. Here it is. For a second, I thought it was Courtney, but then my brain started clicking and I realized the girl didn't look anything like Courtney. She was totally beautiful. And then he says, whoa, that sounded bad. Not that Courtney isn't totally beautiful, but this girl was well different. This man, Courtney, is reading his journals. That man just made a bad move. Anyways, not minding the judge. So, he wakes up, he watches a miner get thrown into the pit because, the people the Manloon, the tribal people who lived on the island, there's two. There's the Budawan and the Manloon. So the Manloon, they have to mine glaze. It's this beautiful stuff, but toxic when it comes out of the rock. And so, since they didn't have enough rocks to heavier weight man, when the dude who picked it before was the skinny man, and then they changed it on the day, he got thrown to the pit when his wife watched. Okay, anyways, it was cool. But gruesome. Anyways, that happened. He found out that his Uncle Press was about to die by execution. Sorry. My mouth is not mouthing. It's really hurting me these days. Ugh. Anyways, so they eventually go to the Budawan Palace. These guys are fat. Even the children are fat. Even the guards are fat. So they distract them easily. They get caught by the flipping fat queen, Corgan. Either way, she's ugly. Kagan. Nope. Uh, Kagan. Either way, she's a Gorgon. Anyway, she eats. I'm disgusted. So, where was I? Oh, yes. I ask that a lot, don't I? Sorry. Anyways, they save Uncle Press, and then everything is okay after that. Yeah. That's all I really got to say right now. That's basically some of the book. Thank you all for watching. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Adios. Well, this is my first channel. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. My name's Caleb Dion, and I'm just starting the channel. I'm here really just to talk about Skyrim, books, maybe some fantasy and D&D. Mostly all of that stuff. But, yeah. So,